So I watched a video, and I think we've all heard this the saying that says, "We love our sons and we raise our daughters," right? And then she was talking about how the reason why women nowadays can't find men that are like equals for the most part because we've been raised so hard. Like women are always taught to get the best grades and to overachieve, and basically like parents are just way harder on their daughters than they are their sons. Moral of the story. So that made me think about a time where my son got invited to a sleepover and it was all boys over there. And he was over there, I think, like a day or two. And the mom reached out to me and was like, "You're doing a really good job with their son." And I was like, "Thank you so much." And then she proceeded to say, "Yeah, like he was so helpful. Like every single time that, there was a mess to be cleaned up or whatever, we got done eating, like your son was one of the only ones to help me, like, clean up. All the other boys just left a mess and yada, yada, yada." And there were just several instances where she was saying that he was very helpful. And my response to that was yes, like I'm very like intentional about making sure that Trace knows that he has to help out and pull his weight at home. Not only because I'm a single mom, but just because I don't want to raise a son who's going to be a burden on the next person, or a son who doesn't clean up after himself even if he's living alone. I know that a lot of people say that, like, oh, you can't be a woman and raise a man. I'm very intentional about making sure that my son has lots of quality time with the men in his life, or the men that we know that are quality men, who have good sense, good heads on their shoulders. But also, I think that there's a lot we can do as women to make sure that our sons are the kind of men that we're actually looking for, not so that they can be the men for us, but a good man for the next generation. A lot of us are looking for men who are emotionally intelligent, men who are going to be equitable partners in the home, who are going to make sure they also are pulling their weight with cooking and cleaning. These things don't just happen by accident. These are values that you instill into a person as they're growing up. So I just want to put that out there that we complain about men all day. Oh, men ain't this, they ain't that. Okay, let's be better and more intentional about raising this generation of men then, so that when we do send them out, the women that are going to be looking for these kind of men are going to have them available. Of course, we can't control the kind of people that our sons are going to be in the world, but we can do our job to make sure that they have these kind of qualities already instilled in them, so that when they are asked, or hopefully they don't even have to be asked to do housework. See, that's the thing. Like, we can't be raising our boys the same way that the men before us were raised, and then complaining later that, oh, they don't want to clean up, they don't want to do this, oh, they feel like this is a woman's job. Make sure that they know it's not a woman's job. It's on you to instill these qualities. I don't care what nobody say, you have to do it.